Hey,
The only applause we ever get.
Oh,
we're
Hi.
I
back.
had to resist the urge to clap again. What?
We are back, not from outer space, from the North, Canada, and the South, to transport you to another far-off magical world and play some more Dungeons and Dragons.
Yay!
Hey!
It's
Will's back.
Hi!
Will's back. Yeah, I will.
I'm a dragon.
You're a
We
dragon.
didn't scare him away. I feel quite proud of us.
I feel like it's Stockholm Syndrome.
All that.
True. That sounds about right.
Your brother is quite a scary fellow, I understand.
Yeah, right. Just
Right.
before we go, this is definitely coming through my headset and not my laptop, right?
Yes,
Okay, good. Just checking. We had that problem before.
we have had that problem before. So, is everyone ready to just dive right in? Oh, wait, no. James Dealey,
What?
what are you drinking?
Ah, well, I have from the Henderson's Best Brewery, which is about 200 meters from my house. I have a food truck blonde ale.
Food truck.
Food truck, yes. Truck of food.
Okay. Will Dealey, what do you drink? I see, no one can see the dramatic points I do to where I imagine you'd be sitting. But Will Dealey, what are you drinking?
Thank you for pointing at me. I feel in charge now. I am drinking the finest of water because I forgot because I was out.
Oh, I thought that's what you meant when you said you getting a drink.
It was water because I didn't get anything.
Beverage of the broadcast, Will.
It's fire water.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Sounds cool.
I'm currently drinking a Peroni, but I do have
Peroni.
2 more bottles of that delightful plum sake sat on my sofa next to me. So,
I have a big bottle of whiskey and a big bottle of gin right next to me. So depending on if my character dies or not, I might be cracking this open.
see, I would say your character may die, but the fact you have the Uber tank next to you, I'm sure you'll be fine.
But you say that, I've lost 1 hit point. I am close to death.
I've lost more than one. I'm still fine.
But I have
Oh.
temporary armor.
James, you sound so pained to say that.
Oh, that was supposed to be in a showing off manner, not.
Oh,
I have a giant sword.
Yeah, but
doesn't-
well, I have a stick.
you have a giant sword, which you tried to show off with and failed miserably.
I
And
like to
stuck
think
into
it was
the
artistic
ground.
license.
Mm,
I thought, let's be crap and let's lure them in.
yeah.
Right, to give everybody a quick recap. Last time, James and
Last
Will,
time on whatever this campaign is called. I don't actually know. What's it called?
the Sunless Citadel is the name of the campaign.
Sounds bright.
But it has been, well, that's in the
I see it on the
basic
map.
campaign,
Sunless Citadel.
but it has been heavily tweaked from the version running.
Sunless Citadel for noobs.
So, yeah, last time, if I remember correctly, you guys rolled up to the town of Oakhurst. You entered a tavern, tried to make friends, and swiftly got into a bar fight.
In my defense, I did make a friend.
We were attacked. I just want to make that very clear.
And it was not a bar fight. We weren't in the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a street fight.
Last time on the Sunless Citadel, you guys rocked up to Oakhurst. James made a friend. You then pissed off some other people and had a street fight.
I got a red
That
We were,
bandana.
we were being perfectly polite. Didn't you suplex someone, Will?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you did.
I don't think you were being perfectly polite. I think that's quite a strong.
I think we were being
Strong
perfectly polite with finger question marks.
Perfectly polite for a character with the wisdom of...
10.
There you go.
Yeah, no, it was fun though. And we left it off with you guys just finishing your fight. That is the wrong map. You guys just finishing a fight as fireballs rain down from the sky
Goodness
above.
gracious. Great balls of fire.
Yes, and that is where we shall start. So
I say that.
I guess, what is your, apart from saying goodness gracious great balls of fire, what is your guys' first move?
Probably flinch.
Yep. Mine is probably like knee-jerk reaction to just go and punch one of them again.
I thought you meant go and punch one of the fireballs.
Oh god, fire!
I mean, you can punch one of them again, that's fine, my mate, they're still in front of you.
Whichever one's closest.
Alright, roll me a punch.
It's like when the Hulk and Thor have that fight,
Yeah.
and then oh my god!
24.
Roll
Jesus.
me with some damage on that
5
punch. with
damage.
your attack.
Bang!
So you punch the middle one again, and like fireballs. Punch. I don't know what's
I'd
happening.
be terrible in a haunted house. I just punch the first guy.
Jesus!
I know. So want to make a fucking haunted house just so you and James walk in. James is beaten to death unintentionally.
Wait, what?
Okay, so yeah, you punch him, and then you hear echoing above you in a thundering voice, like halt. Just rain like echoes above you.
Well, I mean, you didn't continue after he said halt, so you're okay.
Yeah,
You hit him just before he said it, so that's alright.
it's fine.
I will halt. In the name of love.
I will
Before you break
refrain
my
from a
heart.
punching for someone else.
I'll have a look and see who the hell's yelling at us.
I'm not going to look because I'm scared.
So, as Dante looks up, he will see an airship just
What?
kind of
Jesus.
hovering. Not like a Zeppelin airship, but sort of like a small airship hovering above you, kind of armed with. We can see there's about 5 kind of people on this airship.
Well, that's neat.
Can I have one?
Welcome to a campaign which half rips off everyone, half rips off Avatar.
Haha.
Yeah.
I don't say that's neat in character, because I guess I've seen these things before, right?
You would have done, yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of a staple on the battlefield.
Can I wave?
You can do whatever you so please, my friend. It's
I
your
shall
character.
wave at these newfound friends.
Okay.
Does it?
Roll me.
So yeah, that's
Hey.
rather unnecessary, sir. We
It's all very
You don't
under
need your
control.
Roll me a perception as you're looking up, James.
let me figure out how to do that.
Oh, perception? Yes, with perception, I think.
Oh boy.
So to you see nothing odd about this airship. You just
No,
see a
I don't
lot.
see anything from the look of it. I might just shut my eyes.
You see the airship, the 4, and the 5 sort of people on board. And that's about it. Nothing odd at all.
It's a critical fail. Great.
Yeah, we've started off well. The rolls are going good.
Yep.
So, yeah, this airship begins to slowly descend into sort of just down into the street.
What are the other 3 ruffians doing?
They have also sort of halted. They're kind of giving sort of shady looks to each other. A bit like, oh shit. It's, to quote Hot Fuzz, basically going, it's the fuzz.
It's the Rosas.
Yes.
Popo.
The Federales.
I didn't hear them going whoop whoop though, so it can't be the police.
I'm sorry. As they land, they start saying whoop whoop.
They
That's
just,
the
they just
sound
have
of-
one guy with them going, whoop, whoop.
Yes, they have their own personal hype man who was playing modern day tunes sat at the back of the airship. He's dressed highly anachronistically for the times. With some shades, some jeans, some low slung jeans.
Fire
Cap.
up the Cortina airship.
A cap jauntily perched to the side. Yes, this airship is not quickly, but not slowly. It's sort of at a kind of an average pace. It's just starting to descend down into this kind of into the space in sort of just sort of next to the street into the open
How-
kind of field.
How high was it?
About 100-ish feet above you.
Oh. We could probably go in and just get another drink.
What?
Look out when it landed yet.
Possibly. It's not bad.
Unless-
Not bad.
Just
Is it?
like sit down or something.
I'm gonna check that my sword's
Yeah,
alright.
you said that's a good idea.
I
But
didn't
I'm
break it.
I just have a stick, so I'm okay. What were the other guys doing that we were fighting?
they're sort of like looking between each other and are just being a bit like, oh shit.
Can I, just in case any of them try to like run off, can I just like put myself in a position where if they
Chop
were
their
to
legs
try and run,
Oh.
I could just grab them?
You could. I think I'm gonna say you can totally sort of. Although out of initiative, I'll say you can totally like ready in action. That if they run, you can either grab them or like use your sword, but hold it kind of vertically, so you basically just would take out their legs with the flat side of the blade. It's sort of your choice.
Slap them in the shins.
Yeah, slap in the shins with your great sword.
Can I ask
Alright.
them? You know these guys?
Yeah.
Come on, I know I know we kind of fucked you up, but use your words.
So you're sort of
Do you want me to knock some sense into him?
No.
he's
I was trying to be threatening.
just spit out some blood and like, I'll punch you again, mate. How's it going? They're doing like they sort of just kind of pick their friend up who's knocked on the floor, kind of spits some blood at the blood. They're one of the armies. Who did you say you sided with again?
Who did we say we sided with
I don't
again?
remember. The good guys.
The winners.
Isn't it cheese? Didn't you side with the cheese?
Oh, that
people?
was a question to you, mate. Who did we say we sided with again?
I'm pretty sure it was the cheese people.
We're the cheese people.
Because I need to find that bloody
Yes.
later. You side with Brayland, if I remember correctly.
Breland.
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, because I made the joke I can't bear it.
Cheese people.
Yeah, we had all these jokes previously.
Flashback.
Oh yes, I remember. Sorry, I was catching up there. We are.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll
we
put you there.
were Breland, right? That
Wait, what?
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Yes, sorry. Awkward dramatic pause. What did you say, sorry, James?
What happened? What happened there?
I
Yeah.
think it was just a random downs patch where my answer had a boop.
It was just silence for like 2 minutes. No one's answering anything I'm saying.
Hello, James. Are you there, James?
Who can hear who here?
I can hear you,
Okay.
Paul.
Wonderful.
I can't hear you again, Paul.
As in through vocally projecting, or you just can't hear me? This is...
Hello, James.
I will hear you.
Whoa!
Oh,
That
God.
came through late.
I
That
can't
came
really
through
make
very
out
late.
what Paul's saying.
James.
Okay, I heard that.
Excellent.
What did I miss? I'm back in the room.
Nothing.
A lot of James.
Yeah, pretty much. We were trying to see what you said, but we couldn't hear you.
Excellent.
So, yeah, you guys are for Cheese Land.
We're
You're on
Breland,
the-
right?
Breland, yes.
Breland.
And you're on. I found my notes.
And they've
We're
asked
good.
us who we sided with. Can I say what is the bad answer to give?
So
They're sort of. They'll look at you and just be like, just cover up and just say you're travellers.
wait. Does the airship have any symbols on it?
Well, you would know that, but unfortunately, your compatriot
Oh, that's a
can't
good
see
idea.
for shit.
Can
I've
I see
barely
them?
even seen there's a bloody airship. My critical fail. So.
You can roll your perception check. Yes. Okay, so thank God one of you saw it. So you will see just as the airship is just crest behind the pub, the tavern. You're going to see it has the remnants kind of the Kia, which I know I'm pronouncing wrong because I know it's not like a Kia Sportage.
The Kia,
CYRE.
like the Kia Soul.
Kia? As I remember, what the Kia emblem has is sort of kind of very faded and like scratched out on the sides.
Right.
So, as in, like, this was used by
Yes.
the
Yes.
Kieran?
Yeah.
Kierish
Basically,
army.
the
Kia
Kia,
Empire.
the Kia, it was used by the Kia Sportage.
Oh, yes. Roomy and
no.
affordable.
Basically, so yeah, the Kia it's also where you are. They used to own the moorland, which is where you guys are currently, is that used to be Kia and has now been trashed. So these people are effectively kind of
The remnants of the...
remnants, mercenaries, kind of basically just generally pissed off people.
Whether they are
Trying to-
allies or not, I have completely forgotten.
But they're sort of also trying to maintain a semblance of governance over what is ruined.
Right.
Were
Now-
they our allies? I can't remember.
I don't think
no.
so.
They were not. Excellent.
I don't
okay.
think they'd
So
like
we're
us.
going to say we are I don't know, travelling circus?
We're from a travelling circus, a demon and a dragon. It's all good.
We're from a freak show, yeah.
Yeah.
And you said that the airship was landing behind the
Yeah.
pub?
Yes. So it's like open
So why don't we
space.
just walk away?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. They can't see us, right?
Yeah.
No, you can attempt to run away.
This could be a really...
What's opposite the pub?
Well, if you look at your map,
The general store.
Let's go into the general store.
This
Let's
could
just
end
walk.
really badly.
Don't run. Let's just go into the general store.
What, are we trying to be inconspicuous? We are a demon and a dragon.
Yes. There's thousands of them around.
no, there's not.
I
You
know,
covered
shut
the
up.
glass up.
Okay, I'm
Why are they
convinced.
landing behind this pub?
What's your charisma?
My charisma's 17.
Yep, cool, I'm convinced.
Okay, so off you do stroll into the general
Wait,
store.
shit, those guys are just going to rat us out.
So,
that's true.
I don't feel
as you guys
Fuck.
turn to stroll into the general store, you're going to sort of hear, it's not like a shout, but like a hush sort of like, "Oi, where are you going?"
I wanted to pick up some apples. I'm hungry.
We were going to buy bandages, actually, sir.
That's a better idea.
Ignore the fact that there's a healer right next to the inn.
We're not from here. It's okay, we don't know.
No, that's true. We don't know that yet.
They're going to sort of look at you and just be like, and then sort of kind of go from the friendly sort of helpfulness to being like, I'm asking kind of, and now they're going to sort of spit a bit more blood out of their mouths, kind of wipe themselves off and be like, "Well, we'll be seeing you," but in a much, much more malevolent tone than that came out.
I'd be like, I look forward to the next time.
Okay, so you guys stroll into...
Oh, wait, no, can I just go, hey, where are you going?
They're going to look at themselves, and then look at you guys, and then again look down at themselves, clearly not moving, and then they're backing and be like, and sort of like a look side to
What
side.
are you doing next?
What's your next move, sir?
Did we hit you too hard on the fucking head? We're not bloody
Yes.
moving.
No, I'm the
Why
one.
not?
I hit you repeatedly.
Oh.
I know it gets confusing, but
So they're going to, because you just seem intent on pissing them off and having a fight.
No, that was just a vast oversight from me being an idiot, and I forgot that they were not moving.
They're going to sort of shake off and be like, and just sort of be able to say to you like, well, say like, kind of half of them, and so they end up very much like, we'll be seeing you, or maybe we won't, maybe these guys will, and kind of sort of make a motion to behind the inn.
I expect they probably will see us, yes.
we're pretty obvious.
You're going to receive, we're going to hear just a very exasperated, like, it's
What's
that
that,
clearly,
parking brake?
whereas their clear attempt to be threatening has clearly been brushed off by you two, like, haha, look at us! Been met by quick wit.
Huh.
So they're not best pleased.
High five?
I wonder if I just... Isn't it weird not having a tail? And just turn around and start walking to the general store.
I just got it. Okay, now I go as well.
So your options there were, make friends, ask them to lie for us, piss them off, and you guys took option B. Appreciate that.
Yep.
So you walk into the general store, and there is the very typical of sort of most corner stores that you will just hear the little bell above the door goes off, and then a squat little man will kind of come from the back and prop and sort of get up behind the counter, wearing his glasses and his shirt, waistcoat. It's very sort of kind of early 20th century, if you could imagine.
I'm imagining Toby Jones.
Not far off. It's that sort of look.
Do I hear repeated or hurried typing of Toby Jones into Google?
I had to make sure I remembered exactly who he was. Yes, yes, very much so. If you imagine Toby Jones when he was Zemo from Captain America, that sort of general get up minus the funky accent.
Oh,
Yes.
damn it.
So kind of like, I guess perhaps a bit more kind of black and white tee and kind of bow tie. So yeah, he'll be kind of. And what brings you fine fellows to my shop?
I would like an apple.
Well, we saw it was kind of raining fire outside, so we kind of just went for cover. But now as we're here, my friend would like an apple.
He's going to point to a collection of not like stands on the left-hand wall of the shop, and like the apples are there along with the other fruits and vegetables.
Thank you kindly. I go and start inspecting apples. I don't know what we're doing
How
here.
hard is it to keep a supply of fruit and vegetables lately in a place, so on the receiving it? Well, how do I say this?
Just stop. Just nope.
No, I'm trying to say in such an unfortunate circumstance.
The event was not kind to the area, but we make do.
Oh, that's very impressive.
Yes.
Other than the event, is it perfectly easy receiving goods here? No troubles around?
What are you getting at, young man?
I think I'm probably older than him, aren't I?
Yeah, but you're a tiefling, so you look young.
Yeah, that's
You don't
true.
really-
Damn demons.
I'm desperately trying to remember what the hell happened in the last episode. There was some kind of creepy cult and lots of wolves, right?
What?
Okay? Please remind me.
What?
You walked to town. You went to the tavern. There's a girl crying in the corner who asked you to go find her friends, her family.
At the creepy cult, yes. Their son went away to the creepy cult people.
I actually do vaguely remember this now.
I don't remember there being wolves.
There were like things hunting cattle, weren't there?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I thought, and I assumed it was wolves.
Okay,
Because it's always wolves on a starter quest.
sure.
An ancient red dragon.
Fuck. It's probably your dad, mate. You're fine.
I'm blue.
Oh shit.
Giant.
That's,
Um,
I feel like that's racist.
Okay,
Tiamat is hunting.
I was rather wrong with the wolves bit, but other than that,
I guess you're sort of close to creepy cult, but yes. Anyway,
either way, I'll say I've been hearing a couple of rumours, unsubstantiated, mind you, that there's a couple of people missing around here.
you must have bumped into her ladyship. How is she doing these days?
Her ladyship? Well, she didn't strike me as royalty. She struck me, more well-to-do than the rest of the ruffians in the tavern, but not really aristocracy. Emotional wreck, laughed at my joke. Kind of 50-50.
I can't know as a
I
word.
use her ladyship as a term of endearment, not to imply aristocracy.
Oh.
But I understand your kind would perhaps not be used to that sort of what's the term?
Peasantry?
That's thank you.
Use
Thank
of
you.
language.
That sort of pleasantry.
I said peasantry.
No. Well, pleasantry also works. So I'm going to say you said pleasantry.
Okay, that's probably a good idea. I say, yeah, that's true. I'm a dick.
I meant more, how can I put this delicately? Your heritage is not renowned for its...
He's a demon.
That would be the one indeed.
Ah,
It's
yes,
the
yes, I
dragon.
do burn people, yes. I suppose there is that.
Have you managed to find an apple over there, sir?
Yes.
Do you know what they look like?
I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's this. Can I point to a banana?
You can
They're
do,
the green
yes.
ones.
Yes.
They're the green ones.
Cool.
You're going to hear a very exasperated sigh as you point to the banana. No, not there, but to the left, sir.
Oh, sorry, I'm not from around here. I take it.
He
I
means
would
the brain.
never-
He's not really from around the brain
What?
area.
I would never have been able to
How do you understand
tell
what I mean?
You weren't from around here. The blue skin is just not a giveaway
No,
at all.
it's not skin, it's scales.
If you're not going to purchase anything, then please leave my shop.
I would like this apple.
Slam a melon
What
on
you-
the counter.
Yeah, what are you pointing at here?
I just hand him a watermelon.
Well, I gotta give it to him in his green.
It's going to be like another exasperated sigh. It's like... That'll be 5 silver pieces, sir.
I hand him 5 silver pieces.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Before we go, and I'm sorry to bother you even more, what's with the airship?
I assume... Well, I heard quite the kerfuffle outside, so I can only assume that somebody called the local constabulary, and they probably sent the airship to deal with the kerfuffle. I'm surprised you
Sounds
didn't
like it's
hear
done the
it
job.
being from outside.
No, it just looks like a decommissioned war vessel.
Oh, it entirely is the
Wait,
so
I don't
the-
know that, do I? Will knows that. I don't know that.
It looks like a decommissioned war vessel.
Thank you, Will.
It is the
I'm gonna turn to Will and just be like, "Wow."
My mind.
yeah. Although the Empire is no more, what remains is still trying to look out for us and help us recover.
Some semblance of order. Admirable. Well,
And
Good
it
day.
went, however. So I must ask you: did you happen to see any of the fracas that was happening outside?
we did see a little bit of it, yes.
What was causing it? It must have been quite the scene to require an airship.
From what I understand, it was just a fairly normal bar fight that spilled out into the street.
That bloody tavern. They can never control their patrons.
No, we were just about to go inside.
It's happened before.
Roll
Then.
me a deception. If you're what you so blatantly lie.
What was it? A deception?
Deception, yes.
So it's happened before then.
What the fuck? 23.
Well, hopefully they don't stay too long and you can go into the tavern. I hear they have a wonderful ale there.
That's what we were after. Maybe we'll ask around a bit more about... Wait, no, I didn't ask him about that, did I? Never mind. Maybe we will. I'll just say that. I got confused between the conversation with him and when you were recapping us about what happened. So don't worry.
So, at this point, he's going to be like,
If you have no more business, then I'm going to just I'm just going to go into the back.
Oh, yes, terribly sorry for keeping you.
Not a problem at all.
Now what the fuck do we do?
he's going to shuffle off to the back. He's like,
If you're in town long, please don't hesitate to come again for some more apples.
he just like politely like nod his head as he kind of shuffles around the back of his.
I just go.
I'm just stood in the corner
Yes.
eating a watermelon.
Just go. Yes. And then I don't know. I guess let's go outside again.
What we
He didn't know anything good about colts or wolves because there isn't any wolves, but I thought he might know something about the colt.
fair enough.
Maybe I should have inquired more about her ladyship, but whatever.
Well, he's left now. Let's go.
Yes.
Okay, so as you guys head up towards the front door, you're going to notice that the street outside, the 5 people from the airship have sort of disembarked and made their way round, kind of made their way around it, kind of around the Old Boar Inn, and are now sort of one of them speaking to the 3 gentlemen, and the other sort of looking round the area.
How heavily armed are they?
Don't you dare.
No, I'm more thinking if we walk out, are they just going to gun us down for running away?
Well, I'm
So-
thinking we haven't really ran away, and they know the 3 guys know exactly where we are, and yet they're not searching the general store yet.
Touche. But just in case, how heavily armed are they?
So they're not very heavy. From the looks of it, they're not very heavily armed.
So kind of, you give them a quick glance over. They're mostly sort of adorned in basically very light armor. It's very kind of like it's like formal military wear with like the occasional sort of padding and kind of like sort of their shoulders. It's sort of like some metal work on their shoulders type thing. So it's basically they're not very heavily armed at all. There's no visible weaponry.
Cool.
But obviously, they somehow fireballs came from the sky. So
Yeah, there's some kind of wizard around.
Mm-hmm. And
Well, I mean, I can do that.
and if anyone asks, we're from Kiev?
Kiev. I think it was
Kislev?
Kiev, wasn't it?
Kiev.
From the Ukraine.
I wish you hadn't told him that. So you walked out and was like, "Hello, comrades."
Yo,
We're from
comrades.
Kiev.
My name is Yavolsky.
Vladimir and Boris at your service.
So are you guys gonna? I guess are you guys gonna walk out, or are you going to sort of try and stay inside still?
I guess we go
I think
out.
we should probably just walk out.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you walk out you walk out of the general store, and there's no major reaction, I guess.
kind of
There's no major reaction or a major reaction?
There's no major reaction. So the three gentlemen are still sort of being interviewed. They don't clock you yet. And sort of the other sort of members of the guard, the airship who are doing a search, they're kind of more. They're not so much looking in the big areas. They're looking sort of in the surrounding area to sort of see like, oh, did they go down this alleyway? Like, because obviously to them they saw five people.
You know the like confused Travolta. Can I do that?
A nice sad Keanu.
I mean, yeah, you can totally. You can want me a performance to like walk out just looking baffled and being like, "Wow, I was totally shopping. What have I missed?" Duh.
Yeah, I could. I'll do that.
So roll me a performance.
Mamma mia! 22.
Okay. So yeah, you're gonna walk out just being like, "Wait, why have you got what the just
What?
yeah?" Looking around, being like, "Well, I was doing my shopping, and now there's just 5 of the."
If I had a watermelon apple, I'd drop it.
Yeah.
I'm standing right next to him, gormlessly staring off into the distance, eating my watermelon.
Yeah, so
Thankfully,
you
that
are.
is kind of helping me. Looking gormless.
Yeah, so yeah, you have totally nailed your kind of surprise, and yeah, so you just
Your
sort of
intelligence isn't even that low, Will, is it?
No, it's 15. This is all an act.
You know, so I think I remember Will did
Tyler
say
might.
he was. I remember he did say he was going to sort of artificially lower it for kind of. I think that was his plan to make it be like he was surprisingly simple, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you're going to walk out and so, but yeah, no immediate reaction, and you walk out like, oh my god, what has happened here? I guess where are you heading? You're sort of going to try and like scoot out of town, try and speak to somebody.
Where were we headed before the fight?
We're
heading to the Ashen Plain, right?
Yeah, the smoky plain.
Yeah. But where did her ladyship say her people were going?
I thought it was
Sunless
a similar.
Sunless Citadel.
Oh well.
Where was that, Paul?
The Sunless Citadel.
So down to the ravine to the south, looking at the map. But we don't even know. We know it's to the south. We don't know there's a ravine or anything, do we?
No.
No, we do know there was a ravine, don't we?
You do, yes, you do. Sorry, you did know this. That came up in a conversation. I remember this.
Oh, yes, we did. So why were we heading to the plain? Because it was on the way, and it was something that was smoking forever.
They were all in the same direction, and I was like, that sounds cool.
Yes, remember you met some very refined gentleman, laboratory wizard man who invited you to come and have a look. I think. I can't find the exact page of notes as to what was said.
Okay, so shall we head? I don't know where to head. Like, what do we do? Do we just be like,
The thing
"Hello, officer"?
As soon as we walk away, they'll be like, there they are, and they'll think we're running away.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I feel like if we just
Should we just stand there?
stand there, and if they ask, wait, are we under like a deck? Or is it just
You
open?
under it, not particularly. So you sort of, it's like
Under
the
a
door
deck?
very much. Yeah,
No, like
I
under
don't entirely sure what you mean. I suppose the store opens out onto the street, so you're sort of
don't know
on the edge of
what
the
they're
street.
called.
Should we? Can I walk down, still looking like confused? Just walk down onto the street. Like,
Yeah,
what's going on?
your options are basically, you can sort of walk out of town, head towards the plain in the citadel, and be like, what? And sort of hope your act stays up for long enough. You can sort of stay where you are, see if someone sits and speaks to you, and in that case, just be like, "Wait, what? You must have got another dragon, a tiefling. It definitely wasn't us." And try and like sort of do that, or you can, I guess, try and blend in like Assassin's Creed style stealth.
I mean, oh yes, that sounds like a good idea.
I don't think that'll work. I'm blue.
Bye.
Hey.
So those are like your three.
I don't
main
particularly want
options.
to run away because of what Will said. He was just like resisting arrest if we walk away.
Yeah.
It's not like you'd be running away. I feel like you'd be.
Well, that's
with
true.
your-
I mean, we're not exactly hidden, no. We're in the middle of the fucking street.
With your like faux confusion, I feel like it'd be a.
Yeah, let's head to the street and then head back south down
Yeah.
the old
Actually,
road.
think about it. Do we even care what goes on in this town?
No, but the law. I don't want to break the law.
I
Fine.
thought the law ran. The law won. I thought the law ran. The law won.
I am the law. We could have Judge Dredd on our hands here.
Hey.
Yeah, let's do that, Will.
Or just walk away.
I'll try. Just
When
walk into the street
somebody's-
and start walking south again.
When somebody's mean, just walk away.
Exactly.
Okay, so you guys walk out the street. You hit the main. You sort of hit to the street,
I thought you were saying you hit one of the policemen. And I was like,
God
didn't
damn
say
it.
that.
and you just sort
It's a
of
nervous tick, I'm sorry.
you just sort of start strolling, kind of down the street, acting confused. Jack's behind you, gormlessly eating his watermelon. Just, I imagine, every now and then being like, "This is the juiciest apple I've ever had." And sort of like spitting his seed out, being like, "I don't remember these though." And
Apples
then
have
probably
seeds.
just
No, I'm storing them in my mouth so I can use them as a machine gun later.
Oh, for God's sake.
I will allow that. So yeah, you guys start kind of pushing towards the old road, and it's going fairly well. But then you just hear the faintest, like, you just hear like a very muffled like, "That's them there," just as you're sort of about to round the corner to the kind of the old road.
How did we get that far?
It is an excellent question.
I mean, it's not really that far. It's like
It is for a tiefling and a fucking dragon.
They
don't
literally
think-
never looked in our direction.
they were looking around there, being interviewed. Everyone was very in depth.
Can I turn around and just be like, point to myself? Me?
Can do.
I point at him as well.
Him?
Yes.
You kind of so the person who's interviewing the sort of the three
Still looking confused, of course.
farmers is going to be like, "You two there, stay there," and it's going to sort of start marching towards you.
Okay.
I'm still going to look confused, but I'm not going to run, am I? It's a wizard around.
So are you staying, or are you going to try and make a run through town and lose the cops?
No, we're not going to do that.
I'm going to sit
Oh.
down.
Sit down.
I've been standing up for a while now, mate. I'm tired.
It's not like you're
Can
a
I
dog.
lean,
It's
can I
not
lean
like
on these
sit.
barrels right on the corner here?
You can do, yes.
And then just look at my nails. As if I'm waiting for them.
I love how you two just have a very blasé attitude to the police force and other people. So yeah, they're gonna sort of walk up to you, and this man is this officer like, "We're the
What time of
sportsman."
day is it, by the way?
It's afternoon. So you
Good
sort of-
afternoon,
you got-
officer.
We had reports of a disturbance, and also it was
In the falls.
being caused piece by piece, and as we were landing, we saw two people who looked very similar to you. Would you care to explain yourself?
I mean, you probably really did see us.
I am a dragon eating a watermelon.
An apple.
Yeah, that.
I say, oh, that was just a misunderstanding with our good friends over there. With our new friends over there.
Good friends, we've known them for years.
What do we actually do?
Well, are you asking me or asking the policeman?
No, I'm asking you. Like, I can't remember
Oh.
what we did. Like, what we said to them.
I don't remember.
We were leaving, and then they were just dicks to me.
You offered to help them, Will.
Yeah. They were.
He
they were
was getting
rude.
cattle going missing. Then I left and said, I hope you solve your cattle problem or something like that. And then we left.
Yeah, and then they came out and had a fight with us. Which,
Yeah.
they threw the first punch.
They did.
Did
I
they?
specifically waited.
Oh, you did. You did wait. Yeah, that's very true.
And we made it very obvious that we were
Because
not
we were nothing but polite.
nothing but polite
Okay.
and civil.
Polite is a strong word. I don't think you were entirely polite and civil. If I remember correctly, I think you were like condescendingly polite.
Polite was
Oh,
used in
yes.
that description, therefore it counts.
I have fine clothes on. Of course I'm condescending.
I think you are very much so. Oh, so that is a that is a point you can use to get out of this, James. You do have your false identity of you are.
Yes,
some
exactly.
Sort of, you have to bring it up to them. They don't know these things.
Yes, I know. But surely I'm wearing my fake signet ring, aren't I?
Yes, but again, you have to. Right, when have you ever been walking through? Okay, so
No,
it's
I know. I haven't told them yet.
Okay, that's fine. I was going to say, feels like we're like, oh, I see a ring. Let me see what they say. Yeah, no. Okay, so
Yeah, I was gonna like rub my face or something and be like, "Look at my ring," but like subtly,
Just eyes
like,
wide.
scratch
looking
my
at him.
head or something, and oh, look, my big
Okay.
shiny ring.
So, okay, so see, lost you because they saw you two, and you really said you probably did, right?
As I said, that
subject
was just
to-
a misunderstanding with a friend over there.
Yeah.
It was a misunderstanding with our friend who's upset about some of his cattle.
Well, they seem to have a very different take on events. According to them, there seems
Now I
be-
want to scratch my head and be like, "Oh, do they?" And show my ring as much like subtly but not subtly as possible. You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh, I do apologise, your lordship. I didn't realise. He's then going to sort of kind of get up from a very sort of perhaps a slightly slouching pose. He's going to sort of get up very straight. Just be like, long live the Empire.
Long live the Empire, and pat him on the shoulder.
For Kiev.
And I would. For fuck's sake.
He's just sort of
Kiev.
he's going to look at you.
I'm just
and
still
then
eating a watermelon while I say that, by the way.
look at your and sort of look at your will. Just like,
Obviously, I hired him for the muscle.
I cross my eyes.
And then whisper to him, he thinks he's eating an apple.
oh, he's one of those. I see your lordship. Well, I understand in these difficult times it can be hard to find a suitable squire.
I'd be like, yeah, it's difficult for everyone. What am I going to say? I've got to think about this. It's difficult for everyone, especially in this part of the world. But no lasting harm done to anyone. Just a bit of a ruckus. It's all good fun.
Jolly good.
And can I
He says it.
give him
Okay.
4 gold pieces? And say like, if you don't mind, I feel like we might have disrupted the fine gentleman's day over there. If you wouldn't mind giving them one each and then one for yourself for the trouble.
Please, it's higher necessary, so your lordship, they say the Empire's as strong as it is. I couldn't take such gold off.
Oh,
off
well,
yourself.
you're a good man. You're a good man. What's your name?
Officer Jenkins.
Officer Jenkins. Officer Jenkins from Oakhurst. Okay, I'll remember that. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Well, I hope the rest of your day is less troublesome.
And yours too, my lordship.
Well, we can only hope.
He's going to sort of back up and just be like, "Long live the Empire!"
Long live the Empire.
He's a sort of kind of as he's walking away, give like a 2 fingers in his mouth and whistle for kind of so the rest of the team will sort of start to reconvene on him, and they'll start heading back towards the airship.
Why didn't we lead with the ring?
Because I'm only using it to get out of situations. Not want to fight.
Also, that's artistic license, by the way. I've assumed the ring will be. I'm assuming it is going to be of the Empire, of the Kier Empire. So you can kind of like, aha.
Yes, well that is the primary mission, right? To go and do stuff
Yes.
here. So.
Actually, you've created a lovely backstory around that.
So I'm gonna look at Jax and then just like give a quick shrug and then start walking down the old road again.
I just want to be perfect.
Well, no, I want to shrug at him and then be like, "Don't know where the wizard went," and then walk.
I just want to be perfectly clear. I am completely aware that this is actually a watermelon.
Yes, I know.
Okay, good. I cool.
I was hoping you weren't.
No,
It would just be a running bit of you pick up assorted foods and go, apple? It's like, yes, apple. As
I
you
have
start
15
eating,
intelligence.
you start eating a kiwi, like,
Here we go.
this apple is way more furry than the last one I had. Okay, so yeah, you guys start effectively just strolling down the aptly named old road.
That was remarkably easy.
Yeah, once you sort of dealt with the officers, there wasn't much else. Kind of unless you were going to stay, or are you just going to walk out afterwards?
Now we'll start heading down the road, shall we?
Yeah, we can go.
I'm sure we'll run into the wizard at some point again when we come back, probably.
Probably.
So yeah, so as you start heading on the road, you will hear the faint kind of aware of it. You'll just hear the faint whir of the airship's engines just kind of starting up as this starts just taking off and heading and flying off into the distance.
How far away? Like right over our heads or something?
It goes. So if you look at the map, you're sort of heading south. It sort of flies off to the east. So you kind of hear it take off, and you'll catch glimpses of it as it starts kind of sailing off.
Man, I want one of those.
Yeah, same. That makes life so much easier.
So
Don't even have bloody horses.
your walk down the old road is very uneventful. For the most part.
Well, there's
That's sort
there's
of-
like nothing here, right? It's just like a desert.
Yeah, very much this place is a wasteland. Kind of like there's the bare remains of what they managed to cultivate, and the sort of grass they managed to get together and stuff, and like.
If anything was approaching us, we'd be able to see them from.
Oh god, yeah, from like miles away.
Ages away. Yeah, cool.
Yes. And so kind of about a quarter of the way up the road, sort of once you kind of really you start to see, you sort of clear Oakhurst, clear kind of what remains there, and you just start to see that smoke and the ashen plain just sort of cresting in the distance to the west. And kind of you just see that in the sort of like the glow that it emanates and everything is just there and just sort of just beginning to come into your eyesight. So it's up to you whether you guys want to follow on with your quest, or are you going to accept the gentleman's invitation?
Gentleman's invitation? What?
To the plane. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, because I spoke to the man, and I was like, that sounds interesting. Do you mind if we come have a look?
Yes.
And they're like, sure.
You were.
His research team, if I remember correctly, or if not, I retcon correctly.
It was his like science team, wasn't
Yes.
it?
Should we go and have a look?
Why not?
It's not like we're in a rush, is it?
No.
I think I've been doing it accidentally, but when I'm talking to official people, I've been putting on a far posher voice.
Okay. So, so you guys will stay on the road for another 100 or a few hundred feet, but then as it kind of the closer and the bigger the plane gets, you start to slowly just diverge offwards, and kind of again it's all very flat and barren, and kind of there's scorch marks around. And yeah, so the closer you sort of get to the plane, the smoke that's sort of flowing out forms it forms like a very kind of a mist almost. Like it sort of gets that thick that it just sort of like this, it really starts to like forming along the ground. So you start to almost lose sight of your feet in kind of.
Oh, okay. So it's like that swamp in Lord of the Rings.
Yes, very much so like that.
Don't follow the lights.
Don't follow the lights.
As a sort of like the smoke kind of plumed upwards in parts as well. But yeah, there's also just this. It basically very much like that swamp. There's a thick layer of smoke on the bottom, and there's just sort of kind of some glows all around.
Is it actual swamp, or is it still like solid under this?
Still solid. It's still solid underneath.
Yeah. Okay. But there's still not really any landmarks other than these weird plumes.
Yes.
I guess you probably led to one of those then, right?
I guess.
I kind of like so near some of the plumes, kind of you will see. I guess a very stereotypical kind of, again, early 20th century research team. So, kind of the stuff you sort of see like the mummy and stuff. So you're talking kind
Dr.
of
Livingstone, I presume.
like the earlier, like early cameras and kind of just assorted races. Like you've got some
pith
orcs
helmets.
Are
there pith helmets?
What the hell is a pith helmet?
What do you mean? What the hell's a pith helmet?
Oh yeah,
what a pith helmet is.
No, there's the occasional pith helmet.
I want one.
The more humanoid races are rocking pith helmets. Like they are kind of clearly it's clearly very much so almost racially segregated. And like they've kind of like, oh, orcs do grunt work. Like we are the smarter humans or elves. Like we've got the pith helmets. We're gonna kind of like the sleeves rolled up, the cleaner attire, and like sort of working the cameras, and then kind of like examining the kind of the surroundings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then like there's like a halfling nearby making them tea, etc. Like it's very much a sort of it's a very good operation, but it is.
This is just England in 1852.
Very much, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Perfect.
I guess we try and find this dude, right?
Find my friend. Yeah.
Yeah. Or try and see him at least. If not, just go up to one of these research teams.
That's it. So
Did I catch the guy's name?
I don't remember. I don't believe you did, but you may have done. I forgot it. So we'll roll me a perception real quick. See if you can spot him.
Both of us.
Just you, because you've actually met him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know him.
So-
I saw him in passing.
So
That's true.
you don't spot him anywhere. You just sort of see the assorted kind of research teams. They're kind of just like sort of littering the area.
I guess he'd still be back in the town, right?
He would indeed.
That would make sense, yes.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Whoops.
Yeah, I was kind of like, I'm not going to smooth it, but I was to get to it. They haven't. Let's have him roll. See when the penny drops.
Well,
Oh, not a shining moment. Like, where are you going? Good. Good, James. They're not going anywhere.
So are
Guess
you
we'll head
guys?
over to one of the research teams then.
yeah.
So as you start sort of, I guess, would you start be cautiously walking because you can't quite see your feet, or are you just going to kind of blazingly stroll?
Probably slightly cautious, just in case there's a hole.
Okay, so you guys sort of start cautiously shuffling away across this this plain, like you're going through the smoke, and a few steps in, you notice that beneath the smoke, again, very similar to Swamp of the Rings, there are bodies, again, all sorts of different in all sorts of like different states of decomposition, of different states of like wounds, different kind of markings on their armor. Like it's kind of like this is whatever happened here. Both was, I say, very highly magical. There was also like a preceding battle. Another
Well,
few more.
Didn't we fight in the war?
You did, yes.
Aren't we veterans? But we didn't
You
fight
are,
at this
yes.
battle.
No, you're not in this
Okay.
battle. It's also, I guess, perhaps it was a battle. You'd almost be like a local skirmish, I guess. Sort of.
Oh, I thought it was a massive battle.
No,
Okay.
this is more of a. What you can gather, like it's kind of the plane is yeah. There's like assorted bodies, but not like overwhelming. Like here's like piles upon piles, like. And yeah, so you start taking a few more steps, and after all, as you start to sort of make your way into this sort of plane, eventually one of the orcs is going to spot you, and he's going to hear like a very large trumpet, like, "Oh!" And you're going to see one of the orcs like drop his stuff and they're going to start like walking towards you.
Just checking. Are they orcs or are they half orcs?
Orcs.
Orcs. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they're big boys.
They are
Yeah.
big boys.
How tall am I? Bio and info?
Tieflings.
No, that's just my picture.
Tieflings are about.
There's
What was
a
it?
table somewhere. I can't find the bloody table. Tieflings.
Oh, age, size, height, weight. I haven't done any of this.
Fuck,
Filling
what's
it
that
in.
race
My
table?
skin is red. That's fairly obvious. My hair. Do I have hair? Oh, black.
Yeah, tieflings have
Cat.
hair.
Oh, that's true. Yes, they do.
Son of a... why this table eludes me? Height.
I should probably figure out how tall I am and stuff, right?
Probably. Tieflings, your base height is 4'9", and then you can either do it randomly and roll 2d8, and that's your base, or you can sort of just pick yourself a height.
I want to be 8'5".
And you can't be that tall.
Let's randomize it.
Alright, roll me 2d8. Character creation on the fly.
How do I roll 2d8? Do I just go
roll?
Roll space 2d8.
Yeah?
Okay, so you
I got it.
4'9" plus 11 inches. So
5'10". 5'9".
5'9"?
5'8", because 12 is a foot, isn't it?
It'd be 5'8".
So I'm quite tall for a tiefling then.
Yeah, you're on the upper scale. You could also, if over here, do you want to do your weight as well?
Sorry?
Do you want to do your weight as well while we're here?
Yeah, let's just do my weight.
Alright, roll me 2d4.
I am 6 kilograms.
So you are 110 pounds. Plus 6 pounds, you're 116 pounds.
I'm tiny. 116 pounds.
Wait, what?
Jesus.
It's like nothing.
No, that's a human. You have a height of plus 2d10 inches.
You good, Paul? What are you doing?
Oh, sorry. No, I do apologise. So it's 11 times by 6. So you weigh 176 pounds.
That's more like it.
You're not.
It's like, am I malnourished? What the fuck?
You're really skinny. We turn you sideways to hide you.
Yeah, you are. You're 176 pounds.
That's more like it.
Sorry,
What
I
does
misread
size-
the.
It's like shoe size?
That's just like...
Your size would be medium. It's just a very. It's
It's like for throwing and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's for like
it's just.
monster sizes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And then you got your alignment, if I remember correctly.
What's my age?
So-
How old do tieflings get?
What's my age again? Tieflings. You races. Age, tieflings mature at the same rate as humans, but live a few years longer. So pick and choose.
No, I'll just be my age then. I had it under the impression that we lived a long time.
No.
Okay, cool. Hey, look, guys, I made a character.
I'm like 9.
In dragon years, yeah.
Yeah, which makes me like 107.
Yeah.
It's like dog years. Like I'm 13 dog years.
Yeah.
Okay. So this orc is going to start kind of walking towards you guys.
I just realised we didn't learn the guy's name. He's not here, and we're just
What do you
wandering.
mean we?
Okay, I didn't learn the guy's name. He doesn't know we're here, and we're just wandering onto a site. I don't actually know what to say to this man.
You're the smarter one.
You're the charismatic one.
So at this point, the orc is going to basically be on top of you, and he's going to give you who are you?
My name's Jax.
I'm Dante, my friend. We have been invited here by what we think is the head of your expedition.
Sorry, the quickest pause. Will, why did you do a really different voice when you said my name is Jax?
I don't know.
My name is Jax.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jax.
So the orc like grab that. Why you come? Why he invite you?
That's a good question.
I was just interested.
We came because he invited us. Why he invited us, I do not know.
I just wanted to come take a look. We were coming this way anyway. Is that
What you want?
okay?
Is that okay? Sorry, go on. I found that really funny.
He's in sort of like, what you want?
I just wanted to come take a look.
See what's going on.
Yeah, pretty much. See what you've learned.
To see what's occurring.
Yeah? Hey?
Let's not do that in character, though.
Nope.
I'm from a place called Yorkshire.
Sort of look at your back and forth, like, what the fuck is... No, he's like, he's going to sort of raise one of his fingers. He's going to kind of just point, and you're going to see a tent. There's kind of like a marquee tent that's just kind of on the edge of the plain.
So this is just a sort of the north. Like, go there. Wait.
Ah, very good.
Thank you, chap.
I'll start heading off that way.
Hi.
And so as you walk up, you sort of clock the orc as a kind of walk towards one of the like party, kind of one of the party's kind of in researchers, I guess, kind of in their peat helmets, and just sort of start having kind of a quick conversation with them.
Can I try and see if what the researchers are actually researching, like what they're looking at?
You can try. Roll me an investigation.
So we have a from a distance
Oh, fuck.
investigation.
Critical fail
No.
again?
So you see,
Well, no, not
they're
because of my modifier,
investigating.
thankfully.
You see, they're investigating the ground
Thank you, Paul.
and the smoke and some of the light.
I want to say that. Fascinating. Keep walking to the tent.
So you make it to the tent fairly quickly, like it's not that far off.
I thought you said
And,
barely.
What
happened?
What?
You guys barely make it. You come off your clothes have been torn to shreds. No.
My scales.
So you guys make it to the tent fairly quickly, and all is going, and all is fine. As you enter, it is, so there's like a, it's clearly like not like a research tent. It's clearly sort of for kind of visitors or for kind of the funders of the research. There's some chairs. There's
Is
like
the
a
guest
table.
room.
Yes, very much. There's like a small wooden table. There's like I guess you've like a chest of drawers at the back, but like a very sort of old one, which has sort of got some.
I want to see if there's anything in it.
It's got some like. You actually want to see what's there in there?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me another investigation then.
Well, it can't go worse than last time.
I deposit my seeds.
Excuse me?
My watermelon seeds.
Oh, right.
Where?
I impregnate the drawers.
It's So as you sort of go in and you kind of, I'm saying you sort of take like a quick glance just as you enter, just to make sure no one's. I thought you sort of seen this and no one's around. You go up.
Yeah,
and
just take a quick look in one of the drawers. Just like,
So on the top of the kind of this chest of jewelry thing, there's a few spirits. There's some sort of sugar cubes as well. It's clear like a drinks and sort of sit back, relax, and entertain the research and stuff. And then again, so you open the drawer.
Patreons.
Patrons, thank you. And the drawer, it's a very similar story. The drawer, so you open it up, and you're there's like some
some silverware in there, and basically sort of just some finery and kind of cutlery. Nothing of sort of note or importance. But
I was going to say, is the silverware actually silver?
yes, there's stuff of like value there, but it's not of sort of
Interesting.
importance to the kind of the research party.
But there's actual silver.
There won't be like one or two, right?
There's like, yeah, so like I guess the door you opened, it's mostly sort of like silver spoons, they're clearly like for tea or for sort of putting sugar in, that sort of kind of, that sort of cutlery. There's a few very finely embossed napkins and kind of made not
Do
quite
they happen to have
silk.
DF on the napkins by any chance?
They do
That'd be
not have
fantastic.
DF.
Oh.
Do they have J?
They do not have a J.
Damn it.
They mostly
Ah.
they're mostly more patterned, so they've got kind of so it's like about let's say like a plain white napkin overall. It's like a very nice material, and then round the edge it's sort of embroidered with like a gold kind of trim around the edge, which at the corners goes into like a very nice spiral pattern that patterns up and kind of plumes up, and then it's like a very kind of nice gold flower type almost embroidered even onto the corner of this napkin.
I don't really want one of the napkins if it doesn't have DF on.
Stay on brand.
What?
Stay on brand.
Stay on brand, yes. Are you looking at my spells? What's going on?
Yes, sorry. I was saying I was going to just check if you had like prestidigitation. If you did, I was going to say you could then just change it. So you could then just take one and cause it to change, but actually don't. There's no point.
No, I don't.
Yeah. So So you are. Yeah. So are you going to take a silver spoon? Yay or nay?
Tell you what, I'm not gonna take them. I'm gonna go outside. Oh, excuse me, there's a fire alarm going off.
Huh.
Can you hear that?
Yeah?
Yes.
It's stopped, so we're all good. No, it's not. Yes, it has. What's going on?
The suspense.
I think we're good.
Okay.
That was weird.
That was weird.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go to, like, is the tent like right on the edge of the smoke?
Yes, they've clearly positioned it in a way that is
So
just.
if I was to go out of the tent,
Mhm.
go right up to the edge of the smoke, I want to figure out if there's a way if I can like try and push the smoke away, like with thaumaturgy or like an eldritch blast on the floor or something.
Jesus.
Would thaumaturgy do it? Thaumaturgy. might do it.
It probably wouldn't.
Okay.
You can walk the edge and sort of like have a look at the smoke. You can sort of investigate it, see like.
When I have a
Right, but-
I'll have a look at the smoke, and also I'll
Like-
see if I can.
So when you roll an Arcana rather than investigation on the smoke.
An
It is.
arcana.
Yes.
Arcana. Fuck's sake!
Rip.
4.
James Dealey, crit fail champion.
What is going on with my rolls today?
So you've rolled
3?
5 rolls, 3 of which have been critical fails.
3
6 rolls.
critical fails.
6 rolls. You're in a 50. So you're in a 50%, like
Crit
barely
fail
pass, and a 50% crit fail. Excellent.
What is going on?
So you're gonna sort of go up to the smoke, and you get a very, like, as you sort of are out there, kind of like looking at it, kind of running your hand through it, you understand that it is magical in some way, but you cannot work out how it is magical. Like, you're not able to decipher what kind of could be causing this effect.
Right.
I'm going to be totally honest. I'm not sure why we're here.
Didn't your mate ask us?
I think I asked to just come and see what was going on.
Which
Well,
is why, at that point, was like, would you, after you've done that, James, would you head back to, or would you sort of save the smoke, or would you head back into the tent to sort of wait and see what happens?
I was gonna see if anyone is looking like they're heading over to us.
There is so yeah, you see a high elf who is kind of brave, who's sauntering
What's the
about
high
towards you.
elf?
In that case, I will go back inside and sit down in the tent.
Okay, so here's so this about a minute or two later, this high elf kind of pushes open the doors. And kind of he very like regally sort of bows to you, kind of does the full hand roll. And he's going to go, good afternoon, and what brings you to this little investigation? And if you say anything on that note, the screen will fade to black. And we'll pick up next time.
Poor.
The wizard from the airship.
Yeah, we did. That was remarkably easily.
Mm.
I think because we would have spent 6 episodes in town otherwise.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys.
Most likely in prison.
The good news is, before you go, not for now, but for when you have your next rest, you guys have all got 300 experience points from your fight and your sort of your excursions in town. So when you rest, you will hit level 2.
To be honest, I have no idea what you're saying right now, Paul.
Nope, I heard absolutely none of it.
Oh, sorry. Basically, not when you rest, you will hit level 2.
My God.
You've got 300 experience points from your fight with the thugs and your sort of general excursion into town.
See, I thought you were saying something about someone's ex-girlfriend was in town.
God, no.
I was like, why do I
Lizzie.
care about that? That's the good news.
Backstory.
It's my ex-girlfriend, Lizzie.
Let's say you somehow have one of you has an ex-girlfriend and she's followed you to Oakhurst.
Hey, listen, love, this is a wasteland. What the fuck are you doing here? This is overcommitting.
Clingy. Okay, what were you saying? We're now level 10? Is that what Paul said?
I had 20.
Oh, cool.
When you rest, you will be level
When
2.
we rest.
Does this not constitute as a short rest? Us sitting in the tent.
Haha!
No,
Damn.
because a short rest requires you to. It's isn't it an hour?
It's an hour, yeah.
And it's not like you're going to be sat resting. You're going to be talking to people and doing stuff. It's not like you're going to be sat going, please, high elf, give me 1 hour, then return. It's like you, as you walked in, hooked up a do not disturb sign.
I claimed this tent
I claim
In the
this
name
tent
of
for the-
Cheeseland.
for the Kiev Empire.
Not the Kiev Empire.
Oh, fuck.
The Cheeseland Empire.
We're the
Whilst
Cheeseland
the-
Empire. We were
For
pretending to be the
Melonia.
Kiev Empire.
Oh, I got
whilst
confused.
Melonia.
impersonating the Kias.
Melonia.
But yeah, that's where we're going to end today's little episode. Because always leave them wanting more,
Or
as
anything.
I like
in
to
this
say.
case.
So as we say goodbye, William,
Whoa.
where can people find you on the Tinter Wellingtons?
Hey, you can find me either at Dr. Jellybaby on YouTube or
That's
at
jelly,
Dealey Will.
not chili.
Jelly. DRJELLYBABY. That took me a second. Or at Dealey_Will on Twitter.
So
That's about it.
James, you must collaborate with your brother at some point.
What?
For YouTube stuffs. Just for YouTube.
You're really quiet again.
Sorry, we must collaborate with your brother for YouTube at some point.
Well, I mean, we already have. This is on YouTube.
Touche.
But yes, we
Touche.
should. But he has no Xbox.
He has a
That is true.
PlayStation. I think. I shoot. Anyway, we'll work out. James, where can people find you on the internet?
Yes?
Where do you live on the internet?
What?
If anywhere. Where do you live on the internet?
Well, I'm on Twitter
Or
at jamdelay.
in real life?
JAMDELAY. You said we all know.
I said, or in real life.
Or in real life. I'm not going to tell everyone where I live. I'm on Twitch at SteliusMKII, and then we are both on, well, we're all on YouTube at Down to Flux, and on Twitter at Down to Flux.
Mm-hmm. And I'm everywhere at PLudlow21.
It's true, he is. He's everywhere.
Oh yeah. I'm not omnipotent. Something. Is it omniscient? I don't know. And we are also just jolly as gin. Be a part of the Ninja Pancake family of podcasts. With such podcasts as Bombshell Jackets, Analog Assault, or, if you like Dungeons and Dragons, Demonstrating, which is DM-onstrating.
DM on
Get it?
streaming.
It's a pun. Well, I've made that
I
abundantly
like it.
obvious, everyone. Goodbye, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
See ya!